Hello, I'm AJ. I'm your HYPOXiX coach for today, and we're going through 1.1 half kneel. This means we're really taking it into the fundamentals, the foundations of how to perform this half kneel. Remember to always refer back to this video in the future if you need to dive deep into the mechanics, the hows and whys of all of the components of the half kneel. Now, I find this position so powerful as a foundation for getting up off of the floor, and ultimately we're in preparation for getting up off of the floor. And so there are key activations and key positions of the body that you're going to put yourself in the half kneel to be able to get up off the floor with certain muscles activated, certain muscles strong as we progress gradually from levels 1 to 5. So let's begin in the half kneel position. If you do need to put an extra pad underneath your back knee, you absolutely can. And if you cannot get on the floor into a half kneeling position, you absolutely can be on a seat in that split stance where you're sitting, hips are level, and you perform the same body torso positions and muscle activations in the half kneel. Okay, so for those of you who can get on the floor, we're going to begin upright with the spine. So our spine is vertical, perpendicular to the ground. Okay, the first 2 counts of the half kneel is simply very similar to our standing split, is pulling that front foot back toward you so that if the floor were slippery, the foot would come right back like this. Okay, so that's 1, 2. That happens on the blow of our engaged exhale. So we pull the foot back. Okay, count 3 and 4 is simply hinging the body forward, because you're hinging your weight forward over that front leg in order to be prepped to be able to eventually stand up on that leg. Okay, so let's practice, but first let's add in a little focus on what our hands are doing. So HYPOXiX headstands. You're gonna put that contralateral hand, now I've been using that language a lot, everyone here could be trainers, behind your head, pressing your head back, but also simultaneously using your hand to lift that head up off of the spine. I'm pressing hard down with my forward foot hand. So I'm not only pressing down, but I'm also pressing like a little bit forward, almost like I'm trying to push my skin off the leg. What is that doing? That's helping to activate my core, my oblique. So that's really specific. But when you push that hand forward on your leg, like you're trying to push the skin off the leg, don't let this shoulder come forward. And remember, if you want to go even more in detail with all these movements, make sure to work with a HYPOXiX coach so that you can have your one-on-one sessions and really dissect these movements. Okay, so we're starting here. That right hand is pressing down and forward. The head is pressing back into the hand. And let's practice our pull back of the front foot. It goes like this. Pull back, hinge forward. Take it again, nasal breathing always until I cue that engaged exhale. Pull back, lean forward. Now notice when I lean forward that my knee is staying over my ankle for this particular exercise. I'm also sticking my butt out to the back. I'm letting myself, so try it a couple times with your hand on your low back. Don't let your low back move as you hinge forward and up, forward, up, forward, up, forward, up. So I'm not rounding in my low back to go forward. I have a steel rod in my spine and I'm sticking my butt out to hinge forward. That's it. So let's practice again. And now we go pull back, hinge forward. Now, in level 1, the final 2 counts are simply reducing the pressure underneath the back knee. Now, eventually, you're going to come up to this position. We're not doing that yet in level 1. I just simply want you to put most of the weight on the front foot and start to reduce the pressure under the back foot. Maybe it's just a 10% reduction of pressure. And what I want you to imagine is this oblique activating quite a bit as you loosen your ab ribbon. So here's where the ab ribbon is really powerful, because with that forced exhale, you're gonna get more oblique contraction, and that's gonna help you with getting up off of the floor with this one eventually. But this is level 1, so let's just practice. Nasal breathing, pull back for 2, hinge forward for 2, and reduce the pressure for 2. That's it. Let's take it again. Pull back for 2, hinge forward, keep that hand pressing down, head pressing back, reduce the pressure. So you're going to start to just feel an increase in activation of this leg. And really, it's more of a neuromuscular exercise, practicing and prepping to eventually be able to take, being able to take this up to a standing position. So now we have 4 breath cycles for 1.1. You're going to go 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5. Remember that second number. is identifying what the breath challenge is, but will always be at this movement. And then after the decimal place, that is your breath challenge, where we add in our breathography with breath retentions, etc. So here we go. For breath cycles, activation, zip up, inhale. Hiss, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale 1. Inhale 2, pull the foot back, blow. Hiss. On the soft shish and loud shish, you're just reducing pressure on the back leg, feeling this oblique, loosen the ribbon. Inhale, go back to the starting position. Loosen the ribbon. Inhale, inhale. Inhale, inhale. Tighten the ribbon, now loosen it. And now please repeat that on the other side. One little note, make sure that you keep that HYPOXiX headstance the whole time, because pressing your head back into your hand like that is activating muscles all the way down the spine that help you to properly hinge from the hip and be ready for this exercise.